Hi everyone, Corey here from Tales from a Polk County Girl, and in this book review video I'm going to be talking about The Tea Planter's Wife by, I think that her name's pronounced Dinah Jefferies. I received this book from Blogging for Books in exchange for an honest review, so this is a sponsored post, a sponsored video. I also picked this book out not only because it was one of the options on Blogging for Books, but also because my friend Anne had read it and she recommended it. Now, this style of book, which I'm going to consider kind of historical romance in a way, because there's a lot of relations in here, descriptive, semi-descriptive relations between the protagonist and her husband. Anyways, I'm not a romance novel fan, to be honest. The book was better than I anticipated, and not because of the sex. Take the sex out of it. It's not the type of book I typically read. I really like mysteries and thrillers, and this one, I just kind of wanted to know what would happen to one of the minor characters and how this would all come into play. And there's some other characters in this book. An American wealthy widow who keeps making moves on the protagonist's husband, and I was silently cussing her out the entire time. And my friend Anne, who recommended this book, she and I both agree she's a slut. And then the protagonist's sister-in-law, oh my god. Yeah. Did not like the sister-in-law at all. So what this book is about is the protagonist she marries this tea plantation owner, and they're in Ceylon, which today is known as Sri Lanka. And she travels there a few weeks after their wedding. Like, they have this whirlwind romance in England, and then they get married, and then he has to go back to Ceylon, and she follows him a few weeks later, about a month later. And then the book is about how she is adjusting to life in this new country, because she's only ever known England, and now if you've ever been to England, it's rainy and kind of dreary, and it's humid, but not in the way tropical humid is. It's a different type of humid. And then it's about her trying to adjust to life there and getting used to running a house full of servants whose culture is completely different to her. And it's just really interesting. There's some genetic issues that come up when they have children, and it's fascinating. Yeah. I really don't know what else to say without giving things away. I really don't. The protagonist and her husband eventually do have children. And then there's an issue with one of the children. So it's interesting. Like I said, this book, it kept my attention more than I thought it would. Like, I think I was on chapter 3, and I'm looking at this book. I guess my facial expressions were kind of weird, and my husband looked over at me and goes, "Uh-oh, I've seen that look before." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Trying to be nonchalant about it. He's like, "You don't like that book." I have no poker face. If I don't like something, it's going to show. But when it came to the issue with the children, that's kind of what kept me hooked, because I really wanted to know what the deal was with that. I couldn't really care less about the protagonist's marriage and all that. I just wanted to know what the deal was with the children. So it was better than I expected. Pick it up at your local library if you don't want to buy it for yourself. I mean, I'm glad, because this isn't the type of book I normally read, I probably never would have actually bought this book for myself. But checking it out from a library, if you're like that, or participating in sponsored book reviews is also a great way to get books to review. So it was, like I said, kept my attention more than I thought, and I do recommend it. It does read up pretty quickly. I read it in about a week. I actually finished it last Tuesday and just procrastinated on doing this video. So, The Tea Planter's Wife by Dinah Jefferies. Ask your local library for it, and have a nice day.